Okay, if you are watching this, this means that Simulanger did not get his video in on time. And so I'm just kind of going in and subbing in for him in order to give um his torch, his translation, and I'm sure that he can come back in and go explain it. I'm sure that he will have a video up eventually. Uh, and then I'll replace this in the playlist. But for now, let's go jump in and we talk about, okay, this is what Simulanger got from the previous person translating from that. It said, our own selves didn't engage with the barbarian, who the sky was darkened for the shaman by the animal head in their hand. The wall fought the barbarians loudly and frequently until all of their eastern lands splintered apart. We saw centered around the light of the whole many such lands surrounding the barbarian. If all of the barbarian land were to replicate the animal head for peace, the big bear manatee would live in the educated western land near the tree in front of the edge. Okay, now I know that once we get, this is the Eridianese A, I cannot, I suppose I could collect all the frequencies and like play this in MIDI, but I don't really have time to figure that all out. But this is it's sort of a chord notation because it's a musical language. But let's jump down to here. This is a retranslation of the Conlang text into English. Errol the Barbarian. I didn't know there was a title there. Our Thrum left the barbarian sleeping because he had heated the sky with an animal head in his hand for the evil shaman. Yet the wall beat back the barbarians loudly and frequently until their lands splintered apart. Then we saw emerging from the light of the resulting whole many visions of their land surrounding the barbarian, the offering if they repeated it, but this time for peace, would cause the world to cool again, and the bear manatee to return to his cave in the west. So there is a lot of cultural translation. It looks like we have a lot of notes here about um the title is not canon, was not transmitted. Yeah, okay. It's as an epic about a barbarian who wards off evil, but then becomes starts off evil, but becomes good. Yeah. A thrum is a group of Eridians who gather purposefully to and improvise musically all at once. There we have, okay, it's many important discoveries and decisions happen this way. So to be clear, Eridianese A is a Project Hail Mary fan lang. So if you know terms like thrum and iridian, that's where it comes from. It is not official in any way. It's a fan lane. Um, there was an official one commissioned from David and Jesse Peterson, but that never got used from my understanding. Anyway, and then Iridians only see by echolocation, so the sky darkening means very little to them. They would probably care more about temperature. To them, cooler temperatures are generally safer than hotter temperatures within their range. Furthermore, Iridians emit large amounts of heat when they die, meaning that heat is a sign of death. The atmosphere heating up is a sign of a large war. This line is now a metaphorical way to say that the barbarian helped an evil shaman start a large war. Now, that's interesting. So we replaced darkening with a heating just to fit with, you know, beings that don't perceive. Chose to interpret whole or well in the third sentences as a metaphorical power gap that emerged after the barbarian land collapsed. chose to interpret K as animal head rather than fly. Okay, that's probably from the previous thing, because I felt it leaned more into the idea that some sort of magical offering. Okay. The cooling of the world is, as implied previously, indicative of world peace. Eridians don't have trees in the same way we do, so I was lazy and just translated the last phrase as a sort of messianic apocalyptic sign. When the bear manatee returns to its cave in the west, all will be okay in the world. Bear manatees don't exist on Erid, but now they do. You will figure out more about this when you see my video next, because I went through a whole lot of things trying to translate this stuff in the way it was presented to me, which is not this. Just know that the next video you're going to see that has me translating this, I did not know this, except that it was accidentally revealed to me, like this initial phrase. And you'll see me mention that, like what I translated as like the one who watches us eat, or the viewer of the mouthhole secret, that I kind of knew I was on the right track, but I avoided actually taking this word barbarian. But that is for my video next, and you may not even see this video. Hopefully you won't. But if you are, I hope that Simulanger will get his video in and we can replace this with that. With that said, let's go on to my finale, and I will say happy Conlang.